All right, guys. So I so far am a fan of the Amethyst game engine. Let's see, what do we want? Programs. Was it Amethyst starter? I think, right, that we were working on. So the goal for this video, I think, is going to be to well, let's see what we have, and then I can. So I think what it's going to be is. I wonder if I should use an Amethyst command to run this. I'll have to look into that. So the goal for this video is going to be, I think there's going to be two goals. So I want to get that snowflake image so that it's not distorted, because right now there's that RON file screwing things up. And see how the RON file is doing that, I think. And then once that's fixed, then make it so that the snowflake can be moved with the arrow keys or with some kind of keys. Just, you know, so we get some kind of reaction from the keyboard other than what we get right now, which is, oh, it's nothing right now. There was a different project, I guess, that had it reacted to the keyboard. Ooh, maybe we won't then, because if it's not already reacting, it might be trickier to get that in. Let's fix the snowflake first. Another thing I was thinking about is trying like some JSON instead of RON file, because I know like tiled map editor, which would do something similar to this RON file, produces, I believe it's JSON files. But anyway, let's see here. Let's see what we got. So we just need to, I think, really we just need to, what was the full, oops, no, was it? Okay. Texture width, texture height. I'm not sure what those are. Sprites. Let's just try taking these out and see what happens. These bottom two. Just to make sure that that's what we should even be poking at. So we should get something different now, if I'm thinking this right. Ooh, yeah, okay. Okay, so that was not. Height 230, width X. Wonder if width 230, 690. I wonder if I would need to make this 230 again. So let's go back. Let's cut that again and then just make this 230. So the math kind of adds up there now. Let's see if that will work. No. It's been dropped after all escapes. Out of bounds. The length is 1, but the index is 1. Okay, let's undo that. Undo that. Let's just run it and make sure it works this time. Okay. So it's definitely chopping that up somehow. Maybe it's not that. So if we put that image in there, let's see, where did I put that image in? It was snowflake. Is it in the state file? Yeah, snowflake.svg. We'll later need to add a handle to this texture to our sprite renders, so we need to keep a reference to it. So this function returns a sprite render. Where is that function being called at? Load sprites is the function, right? Sprites equals load sprites. And then we're giving it world, whatever that is. What's world? Oh, there was world. Let world equal data.world. What? Okay. So I'm not sure about that one, but at least we know sprites, which is what this is. Sprites is that snowflake. That snowflake is getting it. Load sprites gets assigned to sprites, so that snowflake gets loaded as a vector, and then and then initialize sprites. Let x equal I as f32 minus 1 times 100 dimension dot width. What else is in that file? X and Y. X and Y. Okay, so I think what we're messing up when we mess with this file is some of the math here in this init sprites. That's the first place I want to start poking anyway. So let's what I want to do here. Transform default transforms translation XYZ XY. Z, create an entity for each sprite and attach the sprite render as well as the transform. Behavior sprites, you want to add a custom component that will identify them. System that will iterate over them. I just saw this. Let's install that. Just for fun. Just to highlight the syntax, I guess, make things a little, sorry, distracted. Visual Studio, that's maybe a downside of it. You get like Vim or even Nano Editor, at least you don't have those distractions popping up on you. See, that just wasted like, what, 30 seconds of time there? Maybe a minute? Does that matter? I don't know. I don't know. Init sprites, world, logo. So let's, what changes can I make that? Let's set this to 230 just like this one and see if that changes the image that comes up. I'm gonna have to do a snip here. So we'll run it the old way again, and we'll take a look at that snip and see if they look different. Man, that's fast. That compiles quick. I don't know if that's the game engine or if it's just because my computer is quick. Okay, that's the exact same thing. Oh, no, it is different. It's different at the bottom. So we got a whole line here instead of... So changing that to 230. Changed this bottom one. Okay, so I see, so there's the 3 sprites there. This bottom one changed and we changed this top value to 230. Looks like it moved it. We changed the X. It actually looks like, yeah, okay, yep, so it moved it, yeah. So it moved it 230 pixels probably on the X-axis. Okay. So, what if they're all in the, they're not all in line on the y-axis though, so, but the y-axis, they all have the same, they all have zeros. So how is that working? Let's try making them all 0 here on the x-axis. See what that does. Just poking around, it's fun. Happy accidents happen when you poke around. So they're all zeros on the x-axis, but they're in different locations on the x-axis. That doesn't, I don't understand that. Let's see, maybe it has something to do with the height or the width. Okay, so they all do look the same though. So they're on a per image x-axis maybe? They each have their own x-axis is what I'm thinking. Because they are all the same image now. It's like 3 of the same portion of that snowflake. let me undo those. I don't think I've been putting this in Git either. I don't think I have a Git repository for this yet, but that's okay. I'll do that after this video. Texture width 690. So is this 690 right here, this width of this single sprite? No, I'm thinking that's this full width, right? From here to here. Here to here. So let's try making that half, 345. See what that does. If it breaks it or if it still works. Oh. Oh. Okay, so this is detecting. Well, it detected my E. Okay, okay, so it has to be, oh, cool, so this is detected, so we can do some arrow key fun stuff. Okay, so this image actually looks better. Why is this one, this is like that part of that. And then this is that part of that. So let's see why do we have to have 3 there, first of all, I guess. Maybe we can F for each sprite and sprites enumerate sprites. That's what it's iterating through, I think. But then there's nowhere where it's specifying the number of them, so why would it have an issue if I took one out? Oops. Yeah, okay. Curry run. Yeah. Ah, why is it doing that? That doesn't make sense to me right now. I'm sure it will at some point here. Be patient with me if you're already ahead of the game. Hey, then you're super smart. Then I'm a noob. Logo.run is the sheet handle, let loader, read resource, loader, read resource for the world, sheet storage, world. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Our files is there. What's world loader? World loader. Loader.load. Okay, so I think wonder what that function is. Load the texture. Is to read the image into memory. The following snippet shows how to load. It's funny it doesn't mention SVG, which is what we actually are loading. Loaded texture will use nearest filtering, i.e. the pictures won't be interpolated. Texture, but a handle texture, which is clonable. Use loader.load to load an asset. The method returns immediately with a unique handle for your texture. So that shouldn't have any bearing on why we're getting this error. Not all just memory leak size entry. I mean, that's cool. It's erroring on memory leaks, but terminal must be dropped after all escapes. Terminal must be dropped. Oh, I wonder if it's because I need to take out this too. I don't know. We'll try it. Nope. Well, there was a little bit of hope there for a minute. Anyway, sprite number 1, sprite sheet handle.clone, sprite render, sprites, check, center our sprites around the center of the window. Sprite and sprite render as well as the transfer. Create entity with sprite.clone build. I don't see anything that where the number of sprites is specified other than here, so I just don't understand why it's erroring. Son of a gun. Let's pause for a minute. I gotta go to the restroom and I gotta think about this. Okay, I'm back. It hasn't been too long. You can probably see you can see my clock. No, you can't because my face is over it. It hasn't been long, but I figured it out. I figured out the problem. So here it is. So first, this load sprites loads in the file, right? This sheet handle, or let's see. So load sprites loads all the sprites. So the texture handle is the file, the image file. The sheet handle is the file, this run file that that tells, you know, where different parts of the image are. Since we have one image, there's only one part really, right? Or since we have just a whole image, we don't have a sprite sheet. It's all just one image in our file, so we really just have one part to our sheet. But right now, as you can see, there's 3 parts here in this one. So, and then we have this is where the sprites actually get rendered, and this is what was screwing things up right here. This sucker, this 0 to this. So this says 0. It's like 0, and then from 0 count up 3. So it goes 0, 1, 2. Is what that's doing. So it's getting in this from this tuple or array or whatever the heck it is, array I guess. It's getting 0, 1, 2, and for each of those, it's rendering them. We only want it to render 1. And then we can pull these out and save that. What's this? What is this thing? Nothing wrong with that. What's this little red? Oh, just the changes. Okay. So it should work now with just one image. Yes. Yay! It's I don't know. I might have the. I just took the dimensions off of Wikipedia here, and that might be slightly wrong or something. I'm pretty sure I got the original file. Let's see. Can I look at the dimensions here? No, I don't really see it. So, oops. Yeah. So anyway, let's try just shrinking that width a little bit, and I think that maybe the height even. Let's say that I'm guessing that's about 5 pixels. Let's do that with the height first. So we'll bring that height down to 214 and see if that chops that little bottom chunk off, or at least some of it. It added to it. What? Oh, okay. So it just fills up. So this is the height of it now. And it's going to fill up this 230 space with whatever's left, I think. So let me bring that back to 219. That was probably right. And then we'll just set these to 195 and 219. Weird. That might be a little hard for me to wrap my head around. Okay, cool. So now we just have one snowflake. Should we see if we can like move it up or left or something? Let's try it. Oh man, I don't know here. We'll see. We'll see. We'll give it like a couple minutes. So go like 10 minutes. If I can't figure out in 10 minutes, then we'll then you know, stop and do a little research and then get it working in the next video. So let's see. I don't know if, do you guys like this live programming stuff, or is it boring to you, or is it fun? You know, give me a comment or send me a message or a like. Let me know. Oops. I'm at Joe Crate pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, Medium. Let's see. I think there was maybe another one. GitHub. So yeah, hit me up. Let me know. I'll just leave that. Nah, I'll get rid of this. I'll just put at Joe Crate. Yay. Okay, sorry. All right, so we're gonna try and make a button work. So we got the sprites initialized. That's what this function does here. Load sprites, initialize sprites. Initialize the camera. This is our state. And our handle event, here we go. If let state window event, check if the window should be closed. If is close request. Event, key down, event, virtual keyboard, key code escape. Okay, we can work with this, I think. Listen to any key events. Handling key event, name of the event. Okay, cool. This makes it easy because it's like right here. We just, okay, this is really freaking awesome. I like this. So if, why is this sum? I don't understand why they named that sum. Sum event equals get key. Let's just make it 2. Why did that change color? Let's see if sum's written anywhere else here. Oh, just there. Okay. Let sum event, let sum2 event. Why does it make it yellow? Like the syntax highlights it a little bit for some reason. Let's get key and event. And here's where we need to make it do something. If how did they do that? Let me, you know what, I'm gonna copy this other one instead, because this one actually uses a specific key. So let's see if this is anywhere else. Yes. Input, get key is close, is key down, virtual key code. So is key down, I think is what we want. And then is key down, okay, so if key down event, or okay, or is key down key, oh well, okay. Oh, okay, I see what that one's doing. So yeah, we just need is key down, virtual key code. Don't know what that would be. Virtual key codes. Virtual key code. Oh, okay, that's easy enough. So what would be the up arrow? One key over the letters. Up. I guess just up. UP. Shall we try it? Let's try it. up. And then we want to, let's just do some an info thing first, just to make sure that that part of it's working. Yay, you hit the special key. All right, let's give her a shot. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? So, what did I say? Up. Yay, you hit the special key, and it also did the other handling key event up pressed because of that other function in there. But yeah, we're getting our message. Yay, you hit the special key. So that's good. It's a good start. So now how do we, let's see, what do we want to do now that we get this event? We're handling the event. Now we want to make our sprite move. Oh man, what are we at for time here? I think let's do that in the next video. We'll make our sprite move. So we're handling some key input. Next video, we'll use that key input to make our snowflake move. Thanks for watching. Peace out.